The name's Reze. I can teach you everything.
We back at it with another video, man, and this time we gotta talk about Reze and her powers and abilities. After seeing the latest Chainsaw movie, I felt like I had to talk about this, man. She's an amazing character, a real powerhouse, one of the strongest devils we've seen in the series, and we know her transformation is that of an atomic bomb, mostly resemblant of the Fat Man atomic bomb, which exploded over Nagasaki in the last moments of the Second World War. And just like most transformations, you have it where she has her sharp teeth that are exposed where everyone can see them, just like Denji's and other devils that we've seen. But we're going to get into her powers and abilities. So if you don't know, she actually has enhanced strength. Despite being a young girl, she has a great amount of physical strength. She could break an assassin's arms effortlessly and choke him to death. And with a simple knife, she could cut cleanly through Denji's wrist in one swing. She's also strong enough to bite Denji's tongue off and throw her own head with enough force to break a glass window. Insane. She also has enhanced speed. She could cut through Denji's throat before he could react and slice through Denji's wrist before he could pull the chainsaw cord. Amazing. And then with her transformation, by pulling a pin on her neck, much like a grenade, Reze can use herself to explode and transform into a hybrid form. She also can perform the same technique, but instead of just transforming, she blows her head off and leaves the rest of her body as a decoy to distract her opponents. This decoy can hold its own head and throw it. The head then explodes just like a bomb and reveals a transformed Reze. The headless decoy body can be remotely controlled and act as a bomb, catching targets off guard. Scary as hell. She also has great durability. She becomes drastically more durable in this form as she can withstand a full power kick from the Violence Fiend without taking any damage. Her body can withstand her own explosions without taking any damage and fall from the sky at a damn. She on a whole nother level. She also has explosion creation. After pulling the pin on her neck, Reze gains the ability to create explosions. The explosions are more powerful and enough to destroy vehicles, buildings, and roads. Her explosions also effective against other devils, being capable of harming the Shark Fiend and Denji in his hybrid form. Besides that, does not take any damage from her explosions unless she desires it. Unless she desires to take damage, it will not happen, allowing her to use her powers without worrying about harming herself. She also has explosive propulsion, very similar to Bakugo from My Hero Academia. By releasing explosions from her arms and legs, Reze can enhance her physical attacks and mobility with the explosion force from the blast. She can also travel through the air by causing continuous and consecutive explosions, being capable of keeping up with cars. Okay, oh, this is insane. And she also, in her transform state, she has super strength as well. By infusing her attacks with explosive force, Reze punches and kicks become more devastating. Her explosive unnamed attacks have also been shown to be powerful enough to destroy trucks, sending Denji flying several feet into the air. She also in this form has super speed. As expected, Reze is able to use the explosive force created from her blast to increase her movement speed. By releasing massive explosions, Reze was able to send herself flying several feet into the air. She was also able to use her explosions to reach Aki's car in a short period of time, which is true. She also got an explosive spark technique. By flicking her hands, Reze can release a spark which explodes upon impact. This attack serves as a long-range projectile and is powerful enough to kill ordinary humans. We've seen that in the movie. And she also has a self-detonation. Besides her ability to release explosions from her body, Reze also has the power to turn parts of her body into bombs. Unlike her normal explosions, which are more instantaneous, the explosion flesh behaves more like a remote bomb. The body parts that Reze loses by using them as explosives do not appear to cause her damage since she is able to regrow them without needing to drink blood. This is true. She also has a torpedo transformation. Reze can transform her limbs into torpedoes, which makes her punches and kicks more devastating. Reze does not appear to suffer any damage from the detonation of the tornado-like limbs. And then she also has blood consumption, similar to like Denji, where she's able to restore her health by consuming blood. After drinking blood from the Typhoon Devil, she could grow her severed leg instantly. And then she also has a form of immortality. Due to being a hybrid, Reze is immortal and nearly unkillable. She can survive being beheaded, dissected, and take all kinds of injuries that would kill most devils. But even if she dies, as long as someone pulls her pin, Reze can come back to life in perfect condition. She also has, knifemanship skills. She's very skilled with a knife. She could cut through Denji's wrist with one swing before he could pull his own chainsaw cord. Hand-to-hand combat, she's pretty good as well. Reze is skilled enough in unarmed combat. Her normal human state, she could completely disarm and injure an assassin, outmaneuvering him completely by getting around him and putting him in a stranglehold. She was also able to break Denji's neck without any effort, paralyzing him instantly. And then you have it where, she demonstrated her ability to speak both Japanese and Russian. She's bilingual. Her only weakness seems to be water. She cannot use her explosive power if she's wet, since the moisture prevents her from generating the necessary spark for the explosions. So, she seems OP as hell, man. I don't know, maybe it's just me who's thinking like this, but she's a powerhouse. She is definitely a powerhouse. Now, in case you don't know, she is the focal point of this movie. She got several names she go by. Bomb Girl is one of them, which I think is pretty dope. I like Bomb Girl. I really love Bomb Girl. Bomb Girl is one of her names. Then she also can go by Bomb Devil, as well as her original name, Reze. I think it's pretty dope. But let me know which name y'all rock with the most. And hopefully this video was able to give you guys a bit of more information on her powers and techniques. It seems like her only known weakness is water. Now, if that was the case, I would only try to fight her while it's raining. That's the only time I would try to fight her, is while it's raining. And just so you know, her transformation is that of an atomic bomb. Again, she has the sharp teeth, just like Chainsaw Man. Bomb fuses cover over her arms like sleeves, while also making up a portion of her apron, along with sticks of dynamite. Dope as hell. Her clothes vary during the attempt of the retrieval of Denji. At one point she wears a normal clothes, and then she gets completely naked except for the dynamite apron before putting on panties to fight him. Again, dope character. Let me know how y'all thoughts on her powers and abilities, and do you think she's the strongest devil? Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.